Today the topic is on ratio. We'll be focusing on the word problems from the topic. The basic skills that we need for the topic is that you should understand that ratio is talking about fractions and that division happens every time. So we have to understand how a total is getting divided. So let's start with a simple example where we have team A and team B. We have a pie diagram or a pie chart showing the number of wins that each team has achieved. From the whole figure we can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equal parts. So if you're asked to write the number of wins that A has achieved as a fraction, you always put the total at the bottom. You have 8 total games played, out of which 3 was won by team A. So if you're asked to find the wins by team B, again the total is out of 8. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you say 5 out of 8 is the fraction of win that team B has achieved. Now always remember the total of these two fractions should be 1. You can see that 3 over 8 plus 5 over 8 giving you an 8 over 8, which is equal to 1. Now if you have a question, find the ratio of the wins of team A to B will be 3:5. So this is the answer for the ratio of wins of team A to team B. So you have 3 from here for A and 5 from here. So this is how you frame your answer. Now think about splitting $6,000 between these teams. Now we have already seen that it's 3 out of 8 and 5 out of 8, which is the total win that each team has gained. Fraction of money that each team gets is based on the win. It is 3 over 8 or 3/8 of 6,000, and here it is 5 over 8, so 5/8 of 6,000 that you're going to get distributed to $50, and here you have 3750. So these are the basic things that you already know about how you can divide a particular amount or a given total between two teams based on the fractions that they have. Now let's start with word problems. We start with a simple question. If 5 over 8 of the children in a school are boys, what is the ratio of boys to girls? You have the ratio of boys equal to 5 over 8, which is for sure the ratio of girls in the school is going to be, you have a total of 8, 5 portion boys, so the remaining 3 over 8 is going to be the fraction of girls in the school. So what is the ratio of boys is to girls? So the ratio of boys is to girls will be 5:3. So this is your answer. And you can see the total 5 plus 3 is 8. So this is the ratio of boys is to girls. Moving on to the next question. A man and a woman share a prize of $1,000 between them in the ratio 1:4. The woman shares her part between herself, her mother, and her daughter in the ratio 2:1:1. How much does her daughter receive? Okay, whenever you have questions like this, it's better if you can quickly draw a diagram, or you can just use arrows to see what is happening. So you have $1,000 being divided between two people. It's a man and a woman sharing it in the ratio 1:4. So you have man first and then the woman. So man gets 1 portion and the woman gets the remaining 4. So 1:4. Now it's divided in the ratio 1:4, which means you have a total part of 5. 1 plus 4, which is 5. And the man gets just 1 out of the 5 portions of the $1,000. Okay, so which is going to be $200. So the man gets $200 here. and the woman gets the remaining. The remaining is nothing but 1000 minus 200. It's going to be $800. Or if you want to do the calculation, see 4 out of 5. The total portion is 1 plus 4, 5 of 1000, which is again the calculation giving you 4 out of 200, which is 800. Now the next part of the question. So this is just the first level, the first part of the question. You can write part 1 for the question. Now the second part is where the woman shares her part between herself, her mother and her daughter. So she's going to divide this between herself. So she's taking a part of the money. She's going to give a part to her mother and a part to her daughter. So now let's see how is that money, the $800 that she has received, is going to be divided into 3 portions in the ratio 2:1:1. So again you can see that out of the 4 portions, 2 plus 1 plus 1, so the total portions you have 4. Out of the 4, 2 over 4 goes to herself, which is again 1 over 2. That means half of this money. So 800 divided by 2 is going to be 400. So 400 goes to her. And the remaining 400. So from 800, 400 she has taken. And the remaining 400, you can see it's equally being divided. So 200 for her mother and 200 for her daughter. So that is the way she has divided. Now if you're not comfortable with that kind of solving, if you want to do it with proper fractions, let me tell you. The ratio is 2:1:1. So the total fractions is 2 plus 1 plus 1. The denominator is going to be 4. So out of this 4, herself is 2 over 4, which is 1 over 2 of 800, giving you 400. For her mom, it's going to be, see here, it's 1/4 of 800, which is 200. And for the daughter, it is again 1 out of 4 of 800, which is 200. So it's the same calculation, you get the same answer, and that's how the money is divided. Now the question is, how much does her daughter receive? So daughter is getting $200. This is your final answer. Moving on to the next question. Question 4. $400 is divided between Cass, Jasper and Jay so that Cass has twice as much as Jasper and Jasper has thrice as much as Jay. How much does Jasper receive? Now don't get confused reading the names and twice and thrice, so many words confusing there. Let's just start from the names. Cass, Jasper and Jay. Now Cass has twice as much as Jasper, so Cass has twice of what Jasper has, and Jasper has 3 times of what Jay has got. So let's start with Jay getting 1 part, and then Jasper is going to get 3 times as Jay, so 3 times 3 multiplied by 1 gives you a 3. And Cass is going to have twice as much as Jas, so 2 times 3. So it's 2 times 3 giving you a 6 here. Now this is how the total $400 is getting divided. Now we can say the total parts equals 6 plus 3 plus 1 giving you a 10. So we can say what is Jasper? The question is how much does Jasper receive? Jasper is going to get 3 out of 10 of the money $400. So 3 times 400 over 10 giving you an answer 120. So the money that Jasper gets is $120 and this is your answer. Now I will put this as method 1. Those who are comfortable doing it this way, this can be taken as method 1 for you. I will be explaining an alternate method for those who did not understand this method. Let's see what is method 2. Now in method 2, I'm going to use variables. I will start with, see, everything is starting with J. So I'll say let J have $X with him, and Jasper is going to have 3 times as J, so Jasper is going to have 3x. Okay, 3 multiplied by the J's money, so it is 3 times x. And Cass is going to have twice, it says twice as Jasper, so 2 times 3x, because we have found Jasper is having 3x, so the total is 6x. Now the sum of all these is going to be 400. So you can say x plus 3x plus 6x, which is the money with each one of them, going to be $400. So you have a total of 10x giving you 400, and your x is going to be 400 divided by 10 giving you 40. So you can say the money with J is going to be 1 times 40 giving you $40. The money with Jasper is going to be 3 times 40, which is $120, and with Cass is going to be 6 times 40, which is 6x, and it's going to be $240. So the sum of this is 400, and this is my method 2. You can use either one of the methods, both take you to the same answer.